Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we're unpacking a really unique, deeply philosophical perspective on a feeling that, let's be honest, almost all of us know way too well. We're looking at exactly why so many people in our modern world feel completely burned out, directionless, and just plagued by this vague sense of unease. The source material we're exploring today offers a fascinating metaphysical explanation for this modern dread. It actually links our internal struggles to massive concepts like cosmic energy and our unfulfilled societal duties. It's a completely different way to look at mental well-being, and I am absolutely thrilled to guide you through this framework.
Okay, let's dive into this roadmap. 1. The universal anxiety epidemic. 2. The true nature of energy. 3. The law of energy movement. 4. Awakening the Hongik Ingan. 5. The 2026 tipping point. And 6. Finding your true role.
Section 1. The universal anxiety epidemic. To really understand this philosophy, we first have to acknowledge the visceral, everyday pain point that the speaker identifies as the root symptom of our era. Why are so many seemingly successful people battling unexplained anxiety? I mean, you've probably felt it yourself, right? A sudden wave of aimless panic or burnout, even when things on paper look just fine. This is the core mystery our source material seeks to answer. It asks us to look past our individual psychological traits and consider if there's actually a broader societal force at play causing all this widespread emotional turbulence. The source illustrates this point powerfully with a quote, "They must always appear bright in front of the public, but internally, there are many celebrities constantly fighting unexplained anxiety. And it's not just them. 20-something youths are wandering, not even knowing what the problem is." The speaker makes it very clear that this isn't just a celebrity issue. It's universal. Young adults in their 20s are wandering without direction. Parents, business owners, everyday citizens, everyone is feeling it. The source argues that literally no one in society is exempt from this pervasive underlying dread. Now, what's really interesting about this is how the speaker diagnoses the cause of this universal anxiety by looking directly at our leadership. The argument presented is that the top figures in our society, from the president and politicians to religious leaders, corporate heads, and entertainers, are completely failing to fulfill their necessary higher duties. According to this philosophy, instead of using their positions to guide and elevate society, these leaders are currently just operating for personal gain and survival. And this failure at the top, the source claims it creates a massive ripple effect of instability that we all end up feeling.
Section 2. The true nature of energy.
To understand why these leadership failures cause us anxiety, we actually have to completely change our definition of the word energy. In this philosophical framework, energy is not electricity or physical stamina. It's defined as the accumulated knowledge, culture, and progress built upon the immense sacrifices of past generations throughout human history. The modern world, and especially modern humanity, has absorbed a massive amount of this historical energy. Every bit of education, technology, and cultural wealth we enjoy today was essentially paid for by the blood, sweat, and tears of those who came before us. So we are basically walking batteries of historical sacrifice. Because we hold all this historical energy, the source argues we face a stark choice. We can either live for ourselves, chasing fame, money, and real estate, or we can live for society, using that absorbed knowledge to actually benefit humanity. The core argument here is that our current unexplained anxiety stems directly from selfishly hoarding this historical energy. We're taking the immense gifts of past sacrifices and using them just to buy a nice apartment, rather than giving back to the collective human project. Section 3, the law of energy movement. So how does this cosmic historical energy actually operate? The crucial point is that energy naturally flows to the highest point, meaning it concentrates in the most capable, highly educated, and resourced individuals or nations. These high-capacity individuals are fundamentally required to use that energy to progress humanity. If they just hoard it for their own comfort, well, stagnation occurs. And in this philosophical system, nature just does not tolerate stagnation. It triggers an automatic correction, a natural pressure against those who are holding humanity back by not doing their part. And here is where it all connects back to you and me. The speaker views our modern, unexplained anxiety not as some medical condition, but as the unconscious realization of this natural correction literally closing in on us. It's the pressure of unfulfilled potential. It's described almost like a heavenly punishment. Because we've absorbed so much, but are doing so little for the greater good, nature pushes down on us. That invisible weight, that pressure, translates directly into the heavy anxiety and burnout we feel in our daily lives. Section 4.
awakening the Hongik Ingan.
To combat this stagnation, the source introduces a specific solution rooted in Korean cultural identity. The speaker introduces two terms, Cheonson, meaning descendants of heaven, and Hongik Ingan, which translates to leaders born to live for the benefit of all mankind. And this brilliantly illustrates the source's view that the Korean people, having rapidly absorbed immense global knowledge and culture, are uniquely tasked by nature to be these Hongik Ingan. They are meant to be the global leaders who break the stagnation by using their high capacity to serve and elevate all of humanity.
So I want to turn this question directly to you. Are you using your accumulated knowledge, your education, and your privileges to lead and help humanity? Or are you just using them to survive and get ahead financially? The speaker challenges us to reflect deeply on this. Are we living up to the philosophical ideal of the Hongik Ingan, giving back the energy we've absorbed? Or are we just participating in the rat race, bringing that natural pressure of anxiety upon ourselves? Section 5, the 2026 tipping point. Now, this isn't just a timeless philosophical debate. The source introduces a sense of extreme urgency regarding the immediate future. The speaker uses incredibly vivid visualization here. Because society, and specifically leadership, is failing to fulfill its duty, the source claims a dark, murky energy is currently gathering. It's described as suffocating the natural, vibrant blue energy of society. This dark energy is said to be covering our schools, our political systems, our corporations, and even our homes. It is the literal manifestation of unresolved societal problems and unfulfilled potential, pooling together because we aren't actively processing and improving our world.
Let's move on and see how this builds, because this gathering darkness creates a very specific timeline of impending crisis, according to the source. Right now, in the present, this dark energy is gathering. By the 6th and 7th lunar months, initial signs of a severe crisis will emerge. By the 7th and 8th lunar months, these societal problems will fully visibly manifest, practically turning society upside down. And all of this is leading toward the year 2026, which the speaker identifies as the ultimate inflection point, a time of immense pressure and reckoning for society if we do not change our ways.
Section 6, finding your true role.
But listen, the source doesn't just leave us with warnings of dark energy and natural punishment. It proposes a direct, actionable solution to escape this existential dread. First, you must acknowledge the immense knowledge and sacrifices you have absorbed from society. Second, you must actively study to understand your true self. Because, well, if you don't know yourself, you can't understand or help others. And third, through that self-awareness, you must find your specific role to serve society. By shifting your focus from personal survival to societal contribution, you align yourself with the natural flow of energy. And while the warnings of impending crisis are definitely severe, there is a major reassurance in this philosophy. Nature spares those who make an effort. The speaker insists that this oppressive dark energy will actively bypass anyone who is putting in the sincere effort to study, to understand their purpose, and to prepare themselves for their true societal role. The simple act of trying to figure out how to serve humanity is actually enough to lift that heavy, invisible anxiety right off your shoulders. We end on this final provocative thought. Do you truly know who you are and who you are meant to serve? Whether you view this as literal cosmic truth or just a really profound psychological metaphor, it forces us to look in the mirror. Escaping burnout might not be about taking a vacation. It might literally be about discovering your true duty to the world. I hope this explainer has sparked your curiosity and given you a totally new lens through which to view your life's purpose. Keep learning, keep questioning, and thank you so much for joining me today.